he bedded down in there? Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I saw him and then he like stood up.
That's such a weird spot to bed.
Oh, he's got the domes right above him watching.
Yeah, I guess.
We don't want to go any farther.
No, I wouldn't, would you? Or do you want to get in that little ditch there? Do you think something's coming out of there and working down this path, and that's what these are? So this guy's obviously walking down there, going that way off this trail for some reason.
Yeah, I don't see him walking on.
Yeah, that is an old rub. There's a rub there.
Sneak up.
I was gonna say, the only thing I like about moving up further is that dip, and that's a place that I think deer would likely cross this way too. So you're gonna have this movement and this movement.
Right.
That's what I mean. If they're coming out of the swamp, they might use that bottom down there, cutting through that topography, or coming this way. If we're up here and he comes out and walks that way, we're not gonna shoot him. So I'm thinking, like this cluster of maples.
Yeah.
Or this cluster. Well, you gotta remember too, we're only gonna get about that high with my 3 sticks and your stick. If we're in this, we could get way up. Or like that, we could go crazy and get in that straight one right there. I kinda like that one a lot. See it back there, not the maple in front of us, but
behind it.
Yeah, it's got that tree coming over across the front of it. If we can get in that one quiet, I got a feeling that buck, if that buck is here, I guarantee you he's bedded down in there off that point. Do you think we can get in this maple here? I like that one the best, honestly.
Yeah.
We got a giant shooting lane that way. And we'll probably be able to shoot into there, and we'll be able to shoot into there.
Oh, we gotta go that way.
I think that's the shot. That's the spot.
Oh boy, it's good and greasy.
It is opening day in Ohio, and me and John are out here, out on his property tonight. He invited me out for the weekend, so we're putting in an evening sit, running a little late. We're messing around today, hanging stands and stuff for the morning. Got in here a little late, but it's a pretty sweet setup. We got a big swamp out here to our west. And there's a lot of topography back in here, a lot of little hills, a lot of little bowls and ridges, and just a ton of different habitats. We bumped 3 or 4 deer walking in here already, but we just kind of walked the edge of this swamp. There's an old 4-wheeler or logging trail, and walked the edge of this until we ran into some buckeye, and we ran into some fresh rubs. Nothing big, nothing crazy, but I wouldn't expect to see some crazy stuff yet. But we know there's bucks in here, so we're going to shoot anything tonight. But like to put ourselves in the game. A lot of red oak acorns back in here dropping all over the place. We're not on the acorns right here, but we're on, like I said, a travel corridor between this bedding and this big woods. Where all these acorn trees are dropping, so there's a couple trails that cut behind us and out in front of us here. We got tucked into this big maple tree. It's pretty tight fit, so I got a feeling if a deer does come strolling through, it's gonna be a shit show, but we'll make it work. But anyways, we're excited, so opening evening. Just cool to be in a tree.
Yeah, somebody's in there. Rubs, and then What's that?
Can you get your onyx? That's where he's bedded, up next to this wall, somewhere in here.
Yeah.
And he's coming out of there and working his way out to your bean field, or coming out in here at midnight. He's getting there. But he's taking his good old time coming out. Got her. There's a buck right here. She went. She lay down. I saw her and I looked away for 2 seconds, and when I looked back, she was gone. Was she wobbling? No. No, you hit her like high neck. We can look at the video. I think she tugged you. She was quartering too. I don't think she's gonna die. I mean, that was like, she was barely bleeding, and she was just kind of standing there.
Did you see the arrow?
Oh, I could see her wound. I could see it pretty easily. She was just kind of standing there, like, and she started eating. She was like smelling and. I don't know. I mean, oh, you're That's your boy making the rubs. You want to bet? Our scent might be blowing right over top of this. She picked us out because I think she got her ground scent right here.
Yeah. So you don't think I got anything good on her?
I don't know here. No wonder these 2-year-olds get shot all the time. But it's like in the shoulder-ish.
That's where I paused it. I don't think we're gonna get her. I don't know if it would clip both her top for lungs.
Well, I mean, it's at a sharp angle, so you could have gotten the top of the back lung. Does it look like she dropped?
I f***ed it up.
I think she dropped. I mean, I don't know, dude. Maybe if we blow it up on the computer, it'll look different.
Well, guys, we ended up heading back out later that evening, and after watching the video, we kind of figured we either got lung and she was dead, or she probably wasn't gonna die. You know, I've had some experience with hitting deer high like that. They call it the no man's land or whatever, where you're kind of between the lungs and the spine and there's nothing really vital there. That's where we kind of think John ended up hitting this doe. She kind of bled like it too. The blood was really dark red, like muscle blood, and she bled pretty good for the first, I'd say, 100 or so yards, and we were able to follow it pretty decent through this high grass. But after a while, it just kind of petered out to pin drops and then nothing. We were kind of walking on deer trails, trying to find fresh tracks that may have been hers. About 300 or 400 yards into the track, we did bump a deer. Pretty sure it was her. We could never find her bed, if she was bedded down. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate. We came back in the morning and looked some more and just never found her. We did some concentric circles, and it's it's unfortunate. It's just part of bow hunting. You know, if you've bow hunted long enough, you know that mistakes can happen, mistakes are made, and it's, you know, I know John was pretty tore up about it. It's not something anybody wants to see, but it's part of bow hunting. And, you know, I might get some flack for showing this stuff on my YouTube channel, but I think that it's the reality of it. You know, sugarcoating this sport is not doing it any justice or being truthful. So it's a real bummer. Nobody wants to see that, but, you know, it's something you can learn from. And, you know, I know John's going to learn from this. I know I learned from it. Shooting at an alert deer like that is a different thing. She definitely ducked the arrow pretty significantly after John shot, and I'm sure John was a little rushed or felt kind of rushed because, you know, she had busted us and took off running, and there's a part of you that kind of feels like, oh, it's now or never, and you got to kind of fight that and work through your shot process, and it's really hard to do in the moment. Like I said, it's something everybody's going to learn from, and I hope you guys learn from it too. But it's still really early in the season. It's only opening weekend. You know, John will have plenty of time for redemption, hopefully, and he may even get a shot at that doe again. Honestly, I think she may survive that shot. Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Maybe we'll get some trail camera pictures of her or something. But with that said, thank you guys again so much for watching and tuning in. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it. I got some really good hunts coming up for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned for the next few episodes. And with that said, we'll see you all in the next one.